Welcome to Medicose. In the previous video, we introduced the autonomic nervous system and discussed some of its neurotransmitters. In this video, we will learn about receptors and the effects of the ANS on different organs. The autonomic nervous system, or ANS, is a complex network of nerves that plays a crucial role in regulating various involuntary bodily functions. It controls essential functions like heart rate, digestion, and breathing, which are vital for our survival and well-being. The ANS operates largely without conscious control, ensuring our bodies maintain homeostasis, or a stable internal environment, even when we are not aware of it. It has two main branches, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, each with distinct roles and functions. These branches often have opposing effects, yet they work together harmoniously to fine-tune organ activity and maintain balance within the body. The sympathetic nervous system is our fight-or-flight system, preparing the body for stressful situations by increasing heart rate, dilating airways, and mobilizing energy stores. On the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and digest system, promoting relaxation, reducing heart rate, and enhancing digestion and nutrient absorption. Both systems rely on chemical messengers called neurotransmitters to communicate with target organs and tissues, ensuring precise control over bodily functions. The two primary neurotransmitters of the ANS are norepinephrine and acetylcholine, each playing a unique role in transmitting signals. These neurotransmitters bind to specific receptors on target cells, triggering a cascade of events that ultimately lead to a physiological response, such as muscle contraction or gland secretion. Understanding the different types of ANS receptors and their effects is crucial for comprehending how the body maintains homeostasis and responds to various internal and external stimuli. Adrenergic receptors are a class of receptors found throughout the body. They are activated by the neurotransmitters norepinephrine and epinephrine, also known as adrenaline. These neurotransmitters are released by the sympathetic nervous system in response to stress or danger, preparing the body for fight or flight. There are two main types of adrenergic receptors, alpha and beta. Each type has subtypes with distinct locations and functions. Alpha receptors are further divided into alpha-1 and alpha-2 subtypes, while beta receptors are categorized into beta-1, beta-2, and beta-3 subtypes. The distribution and action of these subtypes explain the diverse effects of the sympathetic nervous system. Alpha adrenergic receptors are primarily involved in vasoconstriction, the narrowing of blood vessels. This increases blood pressure and redirects blood flow to essential organs during a stress response. Alpha-1 receptors are located on smooth muscle cells lining blood vessels in the skin, gastrointestinal tract, and kidneys. When activated by norepinephrine, alpha-1 receptors cause these muscles to contract, leading to vasoconstriction. This reduces blood flow to these areas, redirecting it to vital organs like the heart and brain. Alpha-2 receptors, unlike alpha-1 receptors, are located on presynaptic nerve terminals. When activated, they inhibit the release of norepinephrine, providing negative feedback regulation of the sympathetic nervous system. This helps prevent excessive sympathetic activity and maintain homeostasis. Beta-adrenergic receptors are primarily involved in increasing heart rate and contractility, bronchodilation, and relaxation of smooth muscles in certain organs. These receptors play a crucial role in the body's fight-or-flight response, preparing the body to handle stressful situations by enhancing various physiological functions. Beta-1 receptors are primarily found in the heart, where they have a significant impact on cardiac function. When activated by norepinephrine or epinephrine, beta-1 receptors increase heart rate and the force of heart contractions. This response is essential for maintaining adequate blood circulation during times of stress or physical exertion. This enhances cardiac output, ensuring adequate blood supply to vital organs during a stress response. The increased cardiac output helps deliver more oxygen and nutrients to tissues that need them the most. Beta-2 receptors are found in the lungs, blood vessels of skeletal muscles, and the liver. These receptors have distinct roles in each of these organs. Activation of beta-2 receptors in the lungs leads to bronchodilation, allowing for increased airflow. This is particularly important during physical activity or in conditions like asthma, where airway constriction can be a problem. In skeletal muscle blood vessels, beta-2 activation causes vasodilation, increasing blood flow to muscles. This ensures that muscles receive more oxygen and nutrients, enhancing performance and endurance. In the liver, beta-2 stimulation promotes glycogenolysis, the breakdown of glycogen into glucose, providing the body with an immediate energy source. This process is vital for maintaining blood sugar levels during periods of high energy demand. Section 5. Cholinergic receptors, the acetylcholine network. Cholinergic receptors are activated by the neurotransmitter acetylcholine, a key player in the nervous system. They are found throughout the body, playing crucial roles in both the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. These receptors are categorized into two main types, nicotinic and muscarinic, each with distinct functions. Section 6. Nicotinic receptors, fast-acting and widespread. Nicotinic receptors are ion channel receptors. This means that they are directly coupled to ion channels, allowing for rapid signaling. They are found in various locations, including neuromuscular junctions. These are specialized synapses where motor neurons communicate with skeletal muscle fibers. Activation of nicotinic receptors at these junctions triggers muscle contraction. Autonomic ganglia. These are clusters of nerve cell bodies found in the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Nicotinic receptors in these ganglia transmit signals between preganglionic and postganglionic neurons. Central nervous system nicotinic receptors are also found in the brain, where they are involved in various functions, including attention, learning, and memory. Section 7. Muscarinic receptors, diverse and G-protein coupled. These receptors play a crucial role in various physiological processes. Muscarinic receptors are G-protein coupled receptors, or GPCRs, which are a large family of receptors that respond to a variety of external signals. This means that they exert their effects through a more complex signaling pathway involving intermediary molecules called G-proteins, which help transmit the signal inside the cell. These receptors are found in various organs and tissues, including the heart, gastrointestinal tract, bladder, airways, and glands. Muscarinic receptors in the heart slow down heart rate and decrease the force of contraction, helping to regulate cardiovascular function. This is the primary mechanism by which the parasympathetic nervous system opposes the sympathetic nervous system's effects on the heart, maintaining balance. Muscarinic receptors in smooth muscles of the gastrointestinal tract, bladder, and airways generally promote contraction, aiding in various bodily functions. This leads to increased gut motility, bladder emptying, and bronchoconstriction, which are essential for normal bodily operations. Muscarinic receptors on glands stimulate secretions, such as saliva, sweat, and digestive juices, playing a vital role in digestion and thermoregulation. Section 8. ANS, effects on the brain, medulla, pons, and midbrain. The ANS influences various brain regions involved in regulating vital functions. The medulla, pons, and midbrain, collectively known as the brainstem, contain centers that control cardiovascular and respiratory functions. The medulla oblongata houses the cardiovascular and respiratory centers. Sympathetic stimulation increases heart rate and blood pressure, while parasympathetic stimulation decreases heart rate. The pons also participates in regulating breathing. It contains the pneumotaxic center, which helps control breathing rate and depth. The midbrain contains nuclei involved in pupillary light reflex and eye movements. Sympathetic stimulation dilates pupils, while parasympathetic stimulation constricts pupils.